Welcome to another episode of Level 1 Restoration Behind the Scenes. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at this 1973 Ford Bronco, and the work we're doing to this falls into the category of preservation. So basically, this vehicle was a long time ownership with two different brothers, I believe how it worked out, up in South Dakota. And this was sent down to us to get cleaned up, and ultimately it'll probably end up being sold, but it's a really neat original paint, nice little Bronco. Original floor mat in this guy. The underhood is really untouched, and it would be a stretch to call any original Bronco rust-free, but this one comes really close. And we know from restoring a lot of these that when you take them apart, somewhere up under the cowl or the dash area or something, there's going to be a little bit of rust somewhere. But by all appearances, this Bronco is as close to rust-free as you will find. Taking a look inside of this Bronco. If you know these Broncos, you know that the door panels are really tough. The reproductions just aren't that great. Nice old steering wheel here on this guy. Really nice dash. So many of these got cut up. Radios in place. Everything functions really nice on this car. Just really a fun car to be around and operate. Shifts really nice, and there's a look at that radio. There's that floor mat, that valuable floor mat there. The J pattern shifter knob there. Really nice headliner in this. That's a chronic problem on these old Broncos. There's a look at that door panel over there on the passenger side. Really nice to have those in that kind of condition. Here's a look at the engine compartment. The preheater tube is obviously a replacement. These people just maintain this car, so obviously that's something that would have been damaged many years ago. It's nice to see that they continue to maintain it. Pretty tough to get those original brake hoses, the flexible hose there. There's the jack. The bag disintegrated many years ago, but you can see the engine is really good with the stickers and then the OK mark on the other valve cover, and there's even more underneath of the air cleaner and stuff like that. Really good old car. Taking a look at the underneath of this, kind of hard to see, but you can see all of the red oxide original primer. Of course, it's had an exhaust system, but you can see just how nice and clean all that is up in there. I mean, the frame still has black paint. The skid pad's in excellent condition. We had to make a repair to the starter on this. So you can see that's nice and clean, but some emission canister there. Still has a lot of good blue paint on it. And the frame rail literally is bare metal there, and just it was really that clean. Okay, to demonstrate the originality of the paint on this Bronco, I'm going to pull out my paint gauge again here, and we're going to take a look at numerous positions on this car here. 1.4, that is very thin paint. We'll go out to the middle here. Same 1.4. Let's take a look at the side of the fender here maybe. 1.7. You know, it's just gonna, let's see here, this probably looks heavier. 3.1 is the reading on this door. And let's take a look at the top here. 1.8. So I've been around this whole thing already. I have readings anywhere between that 3.1, that one's 2.7, 1.8, 4.9. This is really crazy because you can kind of see a little bit of a sag and a run here. But if you look up in here, there's no evidence this was ever taken apart, and there's no tape lines whatsoever. So 2.4 down here. So boy, I don't know. Is it possible that this got all the way taken apart and painted? Maybe. Or maybe it just got heavy from the factory. Let's take a look at it up here. 2.6. So it does seem to be confined into this little spot here, but I see no evidence of a blend anywhere on this little Bronco here. So take a look at the tailgate really quick. 4.5, that's also a little heavy, but clearly these Ford letters, I mean, that is all original there. So Ford was using enamel paint at this point in time, which tended to be a little bit heavier, but then we see the 1 readings on the hood and the roof, and it's maybe just because those areas were easier to wax or rub or hard telling. It wasn't painted completely together. So but I do believe that this is an original paint vehicle. The underneath of this, we dry ice blast off the undercoating on this one, and you can see the nice red oxide original primer up under there, and really is a sweet little Bronco. Runs great. This one's a 3-speed manual. It's have power steering and manual brakes, pretty normal. Does have a radio, and the original floor mat in these are just really rare to find one intact. This one's in beautiful condition. So a really neat little Bronco that we've done a little bit of preservation work to. Hope you enjoy this video, and if you like it, please subscribe and click like, leave a comment. If you know of another original paint Bronco like this, I'd love to hear about it. Anyway, we'll see you next time on the next episode of Level 1 Restoration Behind the Scenes.